Hi friends and dear colleagues, welcome to the 30 days crash course for SET exam 2020 for the subject of commerce. In this crash course we are going to cover paper 1 as well as paper 2, and we are going to cover all units of paper 2 and paper 2 as well. In this lecture itself we are going to cover unit 9, that is legal aspect of business. And we know that there are near about 10 acts: Indian Contract Act, under that special contract, then Sale of Goods, Negotiable Instrument, Companies Act, LLP, Competition Act 2002, IT Act 2000, RT Act 2005, IPRs, intellectual property rights, in that patent, trademark and copyright acts are there, and finally GST. So in total, if you count, there will be 10 laws which we have to study in this syllabus. In this lecture, we are going to see the Companies Act 2003, nature and kinds of companies, company formation, management, meeting and winding up of a joint stock company. This whole unit, whole part is divided into different parts. So I have divided this Companies Act in different parts. So this is part 1, where we are going to see about the Companies Act. When we are talking about the company, a company means a group of persons who come together, a group of persons who come together to, or who have contributed money for some common purpose. So here some important thing to note is group of person is there, coming together, contributed money for common purpose, and who have incorporated themselves. Incorporated themselves मतलब उन्होंने अपने आप को रजिस्टर्ड करवा लिया है, and now they become a distinct legal entity in the form of a company for that purpose. So to fulfill some common purpose, they have contributed money, they come together, contributed money, they have made a group, and that group gets registered, and after registration it gets separate legal or distinct legal entity. Such thing is called as a company. Now as per section 2 subsection 20 of Indian Companies Act, 2013, company means a company incorporated under this act, or this act here means Companies Act 2013, under this act or under any previous company law, because earlier we are having companies in 1956. So any company incorporated under Companies Act 2013 or any previous company law, that is 1956 or any other thing, right? So such company which is incorporated is called as a company as per section 2 subsection 20. For the purpose of exam, the very key thing is this. Remember, the definition of company is given under section 2 subsection 20. Earlier it was in section 3 as per Companies Act 1956, but at present in the Companies Act, because we are having new unit में आपको 2013 ही बोला है, तो हमको ये पढ़ना पड़ेगा. तो याद रखो, section 2 subsection 20 defines a company in Companies Act 2013. Now there are some features of nature, characteristics, advantages of companies. Some advantages are there. Let us see what are that advantages. First, company is an incorporated association. As we have seen here, incorporated means registered association. Company is an artificial legal person. Company is also having some identity, just like us. We are human being, we are having some identity, we are called as a person. In the same way, if company get registered, they also got certain status of a person, but that is legal person, artificial legal person. Such person which is created by law is called as artificial legal person. Another feature is independent corporate personality. When company get registered or incorporated, company's personality is an independent from their owners. Those, the person, the promoters, the directors, जो भी है जिन्होंने company start किया, even though they have started the company, but still their status is different and company's status is different. Means there is a separate personality of a company. Liability, as far as liabilities are concerned, company is liable for unlimited dues or liability on the head of company. The members or the shareholders who are of the company is having limited liability, and they are having liability up to the extent of shares purchased by them, not more than that. Then companies having perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means company lives long life. It doesn't affect, its life doesn't affect due to admission, retirement, or any person comes and goes, it doesn't matter. Once company formed, once company gets incorporation, it will live until and unless purposely it is killed. Killed means I mean to say purposely it is wind up. So until unless it is wind up, it will not be dead. It will go on running the business. वो चलता रहेगा, तो वो perpetual nature में रहता है. Then company is having very important feature of holding and disposing of any property like we can do, like human being. हम जैसे किसी प्रॉपर्टी को खरीद सकते हैं हमारे नाम पे, किसी प्रॉपर्टी को बेच सकते हैं हमारे नाम पे. In the same way, companies, since they are having some personality, corporate personality, they are having some legal person, right? So that's why they can hold some property, they can dispose of property in the company's name. मतलब कंपनी के नाम पे कुछ प्रॉपर्टी खरीद सकते हैं और बेच सकते हैं. Then transferability of shares, कंपनी के शेयर्स पॉसिबल है ट्रांसफर हो सके. कंपनी कैन यूज, companies are using some common seal. Common seal is one kind of stamp which shows that company is present. So there is some, there may trademark or some stamp is made to show the existence of company. जैसे ट्रेडमार्क वगैरह नहीं होते, स्टैंप नहीं होते, तो किसी भी डॉक्यूमेंट पे इफ देयर वी आर पुटिंग कॉमन सील, इट मींस इट बिलोंग्स टू दैट कंपनी. ओके. एंड वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, कंपनी मे सू और and be sued by others. So a company, if they want to file any case against a person, they can file any case, they can file suit against anyone. And in the same manner, other person can also file suit or case against our company. Company's name, हाँ कंपनी के नाम पे होता है, तो कंपनी may sue and be sued. Now these are the advantages of features, but apart from this there may be some disadvantages. One disadvantage is that there is excessive formalities, lot of formalities, बहुत complications है, ये document वो and once you are get registered, no, then every month आपको ये file करना है, वो file करना है, both lot of formalities are there and lot of expenses also you have to incur. So this one of the disadvantage. Then corporate wheel, this is very important. When you're talking about company, even though company is having a lot of advantage, but there is a disadvantage of corporate wheel, right? What is corporate wheel? We are going to see in just the next slide, where we will come to know that company as a whole is counted as a person. He can hold property, he can dispose of property, he can take decision, right? On his name business activities are done, but under that shade some person are there who can get undue advantage. That is corporate will. And company is not a citizen. This is disadvantage. Why? Because whatever rights are given to a citizen under Indian constitution, that is not available to a company. So this is what disadvantages of a company. So here meaning, definition, features, advantages and disadvantages. Now if you are going to see the lifting of corporate, you see just I said corporate will, we have to lift out the corporate will. Corporate means will is like exactly, it means one kind of curtain. And what it means when we are talking about corporate will, it means the corporate personality of the company is used to commit any fraud or improper or illegal acts. See, this is what I want to explain. Due to corporate personality of the company, there are some insiders are there, maybe from the board, maybe from other place, other executive level. They are using corporate personality of the company for their own benefit. वो अपने फायदे के लिए कंपनी का नाम यूज करते हैं. फॉर टेक एग्जांपल, कंपनी के नाम पे आपने 10 करोड़ का लोन ले लिया, ओके, बट वो 10 करोड़ में से आधे से ज्यादा पैसा आपने अपनी तरफ फोल्ड कर लिया, राइट, अपनी तरफ मूव कर लिया, बिकॉज यू आर अ डायरेक्टर और यू आर हैविंग गुड पोजीशन द कंपनी. सो कंपनी के नाम पे लोन लेना बट यूज अपने लिए करना, राइट. विजय माल्या और बहुत सारे ऐसे केसेस हैं हमारे सामने जो हमने देखा है, उसमें यही हुआ था ना कि कंपनी के नाम पे पैसे लिए गए और उसको कहीं डाइवर्ट किया गया अलग पर्पस के लिए. तो फॉर द पर्पस फॉर विच लोन इज टेकन, दैट पर्पस इज नॉट फुलफिल्ड. तो दैट इज कॉल्ड फ्रॉड, डूइंग फ्रॉड अंडर द नेम ऑफ कंपनी. तो इसको बोलते हैं कॉर्पोरेट विल, राइट. और इसको लिफ्ट करना चाहिए, इसको हटा देना चाहिए, टू फाइंड आउट who are the actual culprit. तो यही लिखा है, the will of the corporate personality might have to be unveiled to identify the person who are really guilty. तो कंपनी के शेड में कौन पर्सन है, विच आर द पर्सन हु आर गेटिंग अनड्यू एडवांटेज, हु आर यूजिंग कंपनीज मनी फॉर देयर ओन बेनिफिट, तो वो तो हमको ढूंढना पड़ेगा ना, आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा. तो हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई सच पर्सन? तो जब हम लिफ्टिंग ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट विल का प्रिंसिपल अप्लाई करते हैं तो हम लोग बेसिकली वही करते हैं, वी वांट टू आइडेंटिफाई सच पर्सन. Okay. Now, there are many circumstances under which the court may lift the corporate veil. Okay, under two heads. अभी बहुत सारे ऐसे केसेस हैं जहाँ पे कोर्ट ऑर्डर देता है कि भाई हाँ अगर ये सिचुएशन है तो भाई हमको आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा, तो देन वी हैव टू लिफ्ट द कॉर्पोरेट विल. तो दैट कैन बी स्टडीड अंडर टू पार्ट्स, अंडर स्टैट्यूटरी प्रोविजन एंड अंडर जुडिशियल इंटरप्रिटेशन. तो अंडर देयर आर सम सर्कमस्टेंसेस व्हिच कम्स अंडर स्टैट्यूटरी प्रोविजन. व्हिच आर दोस? लेट अस सी. So in that, first one is, first circumstances is reduction of membership below statutory minimum. See क्या होता है कि जब membership I think minimum 7 members are required for public and minimum 2 members are required for private and 1 person company के लिए 1 चाहिए, ठीक है. Now when there is reduction of membership below statutory limit, that is 7 and 2 in public and private case respectively, so in that case court can give order to investigate into the matter. ओके तो उसको भी बोलेंगे कि हम कॉर्पोरेट विल लिफ्ट करना चाहते हैं बिकॉज वी वांट टू सी व्हाई दिस इज हैपनिंग, माइट बी देयर आर सम fraud activities or some kind of activities. Okay, so these are the circumstances under which court can give order. Then misrepresentation in the prospectus, sometime it happens, some company have given wrong information in the prospectus, तो वो misrepresent अगर किया आपने तो in that case also court can give order. देखो कोर्ट की बात करें, कोर्ट ऑर्डर देता है कि भाई कॉर्पोरेट विल लिफ्ट करो, आइडेंटिफाई करो हु आर द कल्प्रिट पर्सन हु हैज गिवन रॉन्ग इन्फॉर्मेशन इन द प्रोस्पेक्टस, right? Then failure to return application money, you have taken application money and suppose you have after getting application money you have not allotted the shares, so you should return it within time duration as per the companies at 2013. इसके लिए भी रूल बना हुआ है, बट आपने एप्लीकेशन में रिटर्न नहीं किया, तो इन दैट केस ऑल्सो कोर्ट कैन गिव ऑर्डर टू इन्वेस्टिगेट द मैटर. Then failure to deliver share certificate within the stipulated time period. See, whenever you are getting applied for shares and shares are allotted to you, after that you are getting share certificate. So if it is not delivered to you on stipulated time period, then court can give order to identify the culprit. कि गलत आदमी कौन है उसमें, wrong है, the person who is responsible for these situations, that must be find out. तो उसके लिए लिफ्टिंग ऑफ कॉर्पोरेट विल किया जाता है. मिस डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ नेम, समटाइम जो कंपनी का नाम है उसका मिस यूज हो रहा है, मिस डिस्क्रिप्शन हो रहा है. होल्डिंग सब्सिडरी कंपनी, समटाइम यू आर हैविंग, यू हैव होल्ड सम अदर कंपनी, लाइक मतलब होल्डिंग और सब्सिडरी कंपनी का रिलेशनशिप क्रिएट हुआ बट यू हैव नॉट डिस्क्लोज in proper manner as per the Companies Act 13. So in that case also court can give order to lift the corporate will. For facilitating the task of an inspector to investigate the affairs of the company, देखो अगर कोई इंस्पेक्टर इन्वेस्टिगेट करना चाहता है, if court feel that there should be some investigation, then he can give that task to some inspector to investigate the affairs of the company. Then for investigation of ownership of a company, sometimes it happens ownership is not clear, who is having how much shares, how much stake in the company. So for that purpose court can give order for lifting of corporate will. Prevention of fraud and improper conduct. Okay, फ्रॉड को प्रिवेंट करने के लिए, इम्प्रॉपर कंडक्ट को प्रिवेंट करने के लिए कोर्ट कैन गिव ऑर्डर टू लिफ्ट द कॉर्पोरेट विल. Then liability for ultra virus act, such act which is done by management, which done by company which is ultra virus in nature. Ultra virus means beyond your jurisdiction, मतलब आर्टिकल ऑफ एसोसिएशन ने आपको अलाउ नहीं किया, आपके कंपनी ने, लॉ ने आपको अलाउ नहीं किया, बट यू आर डूइंग बियॉन्ड दैट एरिया, आपके पास राइट्स नहीं बट फिर भी आप वो काम कर रहे हो, तो उसको बोलते हैं अल्ट्रा वायरस एक्ट. तो अल्ट्रा वायरस एक्ट इज ऑलवेज इलीगल, वॉइड, तो फॉर दैट यू आर लायबल फॉर इट. अगर आप लायबल हो तो हमको देखना पड़ेगा ना हु इज द राइट पर्सन हु हैज डन दिस, हु हैज एन अल्ट्रा वायरस एक्ट. तो इन दैट केस कोर्ट कैन गिव ऑर्डर टू लिफ्ट द कॉर्पोरेट एंड फाइंड आउट द पर्सन, आइडेंटिफाई द पर्सन. कन्वर्जन ऑफ ओपीसी टू प्राइवेट एंड पब्लिक कंपनी. ओपीसी मींस वन पर्सन कंपनी. 2013 के एक्ट में ये नया इंट्रोडक्शन हुआ था. ना इवन वन पर्सन कैन स्टार्ट हिज ओन कंपनी. ओके एक इनकॉर्पोरेट बॉडी स्टार्ट कर सकता है। तो 1% कंपनी जब प्राइवेट कंपनी या पब्लिक कंपनी में कन्वर्ट होता है, तो इन दैट केस ऑल्सो देर आर सम सस्पिशियस थिंग्स। तो उसमें भी कोर्ट कैन गिव ऑर्डर टू आइडेंटिफाई what are the main reason, who are the person who are doing this, whether there is having wrong intention or no, ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है ना। and liability under other statute, there may be some liability created ड्यू टू सम अदर एक्ट ऑन दी कंपनी। बहुत सारे एक्ट है ना भाई, इनकम टैक्स है, जीएसटी एक्ट है, एनवायरमेंट के लॉज हैं, और बहुत सारे एक्ट हैं। तो इन एनी अदर स्टैट्यूट इफ कंपनी इज लायबल, देन कोर्ट में गिव ऑर्डर टू लिफ्ट द कॉर्पोरेट विल। सो you must know very clearly, lifting of corporate will means to identify the person who are really guilty। इतना ध्यान में रखो, मतलब कंपनी के नाम पे वो अपना बेनिफिट ले रहा है, तो ऐसा कौन सा पर्सन है, who are such person, ये जो रीजंस है 12, these are the circumstances under which court give orders to identify the person, that means lift the corporate will। there are other cases under judicial interpretation। so when you're talking about under judicial interpretation, there are many cases, 6 cases under which court can give order for lifting of corporate will। so in that one is protection of revenues। गवर्नमेंट को अगर कोर्ट को लग रहा है कि भाई कोई कंपनी है जो गवर्नमेंट का रेवेन्यू को खा रहा है, मतलब छिपा रहा है, स्टीलिंग, ही लाइक ही इज नॉट पेइंग टैक्स ऑन टाइम, और ज्यादा टैक्स आ रहा है, कम टैक्स पे कर रहा है, तो इन दैट केस कोर्ट कैन गिव ऑर्डर टू लिफ्ट द कॉर्पोरेट विल। तो रेवेन्यू को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए। that determination of enemy character of a company, if any company comes under enemy character, enemy character मतलब क्या होता है कि if that company के जो भी members हैं, board of directors है, if they all or some of them are belongs to such country who are enemy of our country, तो भाई वो नहीं चलेगा फिर बिल्कुल। तो इन दैट केस कोर्ट कैन गिव ऑर्डर टू लिफ्ट द कॉर्पोरेट विल। इन केस ऑफ इकोनॉमिक ऑफेंस, इफ एनी कंपनी इज इन्वॉल्व इन इकोनॉमिक ऑफेंस लाइक हवाला वगैरह, पैसा का अनएथिकली और इलीगली की गई एक्सपेट्रिएट करना, दूसरे कंट्री में भेजना, दूसरे से इलीगली पैसा अपने कंट्री में इन्वेस्ट करना विदाउट एनी लीगल सोर्स, राइट। तो इन दैट केस ऑल्सो इट कम्स अंडर इकोनॉमिक ऑफेंसेस, एंड जो इकोनॉमिक विंग है वो डेफिनेटली कोर्ट में अप्लाई करती है टू लिफ्ट द कॉर्पोरेट विल। where companies used to avoid welfare legislation, see there are many welfare legislation, you know very well, labor welfare legislation है, insurance like insurance है, employee state insurance है, देन हेल्थ प्रोविजन है, बहुत सारे ऐसे लेजिस्लेशन बने हैं, लॉ बने हैं जो वेलफेयर के लिए है, एम्प्लॉय एंड एम्प्लॉय वेलफेयर के लिए, सोसाइटी के वेलफेयर के लिए। तो इफ इट इज नॉट applied or not followed by the company, they are avoiding such a legislation, in that case court can give order for lifting of corporate veil। then to punish for contempt of court, if any company has not followed the order of court, it is contempt of court। तो in that case court can give order to lift the corporate will, मतलब identify करो who are the responsible person, who are responsible for contempt of court, who has not followed the order of the court which is given। then prevention of fraud, fraud को prevent करने के लिए improper conduct and fraud, same thing is here। तो same point है under statutory as well as judicial interpretation, right। so these are the cases which must be considered for lifting of corporate will। thank you, thanks a lot।